Hello my beautiful people, welcome to Altcoin Daily with Bitcoin Gorilla, and today I am here so that we can talk about Chainlink. When are these bulls on the Chainlink ready to move? Because they have been on a sideways since 2021 June. I don't think this price has seen any reasonable good move to the upside since the last one we saw early around this range, around April 2021. Since then, price has just been in this ridiculous sideways movement. So when are we going to see a pump on Chainlink? I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. We are going to discuss Chainlink price movement using simple price action, no indicator. In fact, I developed the Bitcoin Gorilla strategy myself, so I'll be explaining it on multiple time frames. We're going to be looking at the monthly chart, the weekly chart, the daily chart, and the 4 hours chart, comparing and contrasting what is likely going to happen and when can we see a pump, because I do see spring having something to do with the bulls. They are cooking, and we are going to find out what is smelling in that kitchen of the bulls. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. If you end up liking this strategy, don't forget to subscribe. So we're going to first of all start by understanding what is Chainlink. Now this is the chainlinklab.com, and it talks about creating a future powered hybrid smart contract. Chainlink help you connect smart contract now securely using the Chainlink decentralized Oracle network. Provide that provide tamper-proof input, output, and computation to support advanced smart contracts on any blockchain. So it's going to help you link different smart contracts so that there will be interaction easily, and you building the best smart contract and having it function without worrying about linking to different projects like Binance Chain, Ethereum's blockchain, Polygon, and all of that. Smart Chainlink help you link all of this so easily. So that's what the services are. So now we're going to go further into looking at the market statistics, like on CoinMarketCap. I'm currently on CoinMarketCap. If you want to know about the statistics of any altcoin, just go to CoinMarketCap and type the name, and it will bring you the market statistics. The current market statistics of Chainlink is about, the price is trading around $17.63, of which it has seen an upside about 1.23% in the last 24 hours. Now, according to this, the total supply of Chainlink is 1 billion token. Now, if you don't know what total supply is, it is the amount of coin that has already been created minus any coin that has been burnt. Now, another important statistics you want to know is the maximum supply. Maximum supply is the total amount of coin that can ever exist in that particular cryptocurrency. And in terms of Chainlink, the total supply, the maximum supply is also 1 billion tokens. So this can never be exceeded. And the current circulating supply is around 467 million approximately tokens. That is currently about 47% is already in circulation. And circulatory supply, if you don't know what it is actually the amount of coin that is probably, or should I say, currently in the public hands, right? That is what the circulatory supply is. So this is the obvious statistics. If you want to learn more about them, you can visit the CoinMarketCap to get more details. But now I am very interested in the price. So I am here for the bag. So we need to know where and when can we see a pump. Like I said, something is cooking this spring. So I'm going to start by first of all getting all the skeleton, the support and resistance, the horizontal support and resistance is the skeleton. Without buyers and sellers, the market is not going to exist. So the point where these buyers and sellers meet and interact a lot is what I call support and resistance. So I have given these few lines as the skeleton, where that is showing me the most obvious in your face kind of interaction areas on the chart. Now I'm going to go further to bring in the Bitcoin Gorilla box. So I'm going to go ahead and draw it. If you want to learn more about Bitcoin Gorilla box. It's actually a strategy I developed myself from my experience of years of trading, and as well as from my studies, right? So I developed the strategy based on the simple concept that trading takes place 80% of the time, 80% waiting, 10% buying, 10% selling. So that 80% waiting is where the frustration comes in, where the anxiety comes in, where a lot of people don't know what to do. That is when all the indicators are lagging, and actually that is where I have lost so much money that I have no choice but to use my losses as my school fees. So during the time I was suffering to understand this market, trying to learn it, trying to get something, I discovered this strategy that I can be able to contain those 80% time when I have to do less work by just following the box, right? So once the box break out, and the box can be traded on every time frame. In fact, this particular chart, I'll be drawing it on the weekly chart, but don't worry, because after drawing it on the weekly chart, I do not need to draw it again. I'll just go ahead and start explaining what is happening. Even on the 4 hours chart, I do not need much drawing. So this line right here is my control price, right? A very important line. So I'm going to change the color to white. A very important line. You can see it's mostly like half of it, divides the box into two. So in the box, I noticed that there's a lot of reactions of things going on. I think I need to adjust this up here. Good. So in the box, there's also another box inside the box, just like the concept of a pregnant woman carrying a baby. So that's what the box is, a box that is inside another box. So that's the top, and then right here, a baby is a beautiful thing, and it just shows that another being in terms of a pregnant woman, another being like the mother is inside the mother. So in this situation of a box, is the box inside the box is very similar to the mother, but first you have to somehow get through the inner box to be able to successfully break the outer box, right? So you have to break through the inner box to be able to break through the outside box. Now, a very important pattern is forming here, and I won't lie you, it looks like, just roughly just looking at the chart, something very familiar that looks like the double bottom pattern, right? So let's just not be biased about this. You can see it, and we could get a result like this. And to be frank with you, I've not started looking at the box. I just saw that pattern and I was like, oh, this is the double bottom pattern, and mostly it plays out towards to go back to instantly where the whole thing began. Now, if I play the card of my box says that when you begin the journey from the bottom, you are definitely heading to the top. It doesn't matter what you see around the road. Of course, you're going to encounter a lot of uncertainty. That is why the job is fun, right? The uncertainties that you encounter around the way. You must understand that it is the challenges that make trading fun. If trading is that easy, a lot of people will not want to will not want to take it serious, right? But this game is fun because it's a game of the mind. You have to use your mind and think outside the box. So we have a box here, and we're trying to see what is going to lead us to break off this box. So first of all, you can see that they made it below the box. They broke below the box, just like they did here, but they didn't go far when they broke below the box when they were here, because they returned inside, and you can see they made it back to the top of that particular box before returning again. Now, the good thing is, like I said, they have returned to the bottom box, my support. So I expect them to what? Head to the top. This is a focus, a long-term focus. But before we even break down that focus, because I'm going to break it how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen. So we're going to start by monthly chart. I want us to go to the monthly chart, and I want us to delete everything on this chart. I want us to look at the chart with an eagle eye, eyes that is here to look at the bigger picture, right? So we're going to look at the candles, strictly candles on the monthly chart. We're going to use the candle to judge what is playing out. Now, candlesticks like I said, I'm obsessed with price action. I love price action. This is a sideways movement, right? And afterward, there's a breakout. But since the breakout, the return, and of course, this is a 3-bar reversal. And this 3-bar reversal has led them to return to this point before they come back down. Now, this particular journey is giving us a pattern that is very recognizable on the chart. One, first of all, of those pattern is the support here. You see this wick. Now, when you see wicks, a lot of wick at the bottom, it just shows a sign of buyers putting pressures on the bottom. When you see a lot of wick, when you see a lot of wick at the top, it's just a lot of sellers putting a lot of pressure. So you will see a situation whereby here in our situation, we are seeing a lot of wicks at the bottom, and the current thing is just playing out. What does this tell us? This tells us that buy money is entering this market and accumulation is going on. Capitals is adding up because now they are no longer falling, right? And when you're no longer falling, the candles are becoming shorter, and this is 2 hammers on a support. To me, is a bullish sign. For me, it's a bullish sign. All I need to wait is for a hammer to break above this line. There's no drawing here. I just need a hammer to break above this line. That's around above $19 based on the candlesticks. Why do I need it to break above $19? The reason why I need it to break above $19. Now, let me tell you one thing about hammer. It's a bullish candlesticks, and especially is on support. Good, beautiful. But this particular hammer is an inside bar hammer, which means the red candle, this particular candle, actually is a mother bar. What is a mother bar? A bar that you can see this is the top of it and this is the bottom of it. And this particular green candle didn't seem to make it either above or bottom. It's just stuck in the middle, like a pregnant woman that looks like this, right? That's what it looks like. Now, for this to reverse the current down move, the new candle after this inside baby bar must be broken, must break above. So it must break the mother candle. And like I said, the mother candle is around $19-20. That is where the range is. So bullish because of the 2 hammer, but we need a breakout to the upside. And of course, we still have a long way to go because this is monthly chart and we just have a new April monthly candle that just opened. So the story on the weekly, and the chances are high because they're already pushing to the top, is that very soon, if they can make it above the mother bar, then I see more upside actually taking place sooner than you think. I think, in fact, I see spring is going to be a good month, a good time, because it's more than 1 month, a good time for the crypto market to get some recovery since the dump that took place in December. So I'm going to go back and bring back our box, so now we can start looking at the weekly chart and have more deeper analysis, right? Remember, this is multi-time frame analysis. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. If you like this strategy, do not forget to subscribe. So this is the weekly chart. Now I want to observe something. I can tell you something it went on. The seller's line, because I can see that I can connect this. It means that I need maximum of 2 touch, minimum of 2 touches, and obviously I've got 2 beautiful seller line touch right there. So I'm going to zoom in so that you're going to see. Remember, we're going to look at other time frame. Now this is beautiful because my box says that when you make it into the baby bar, now you can see right there, hold on, I need to adjust this. Still weekly chart beyond, but I need to adjust this right there. Must be very cautious of the drawing and make sure I'm getting it right. And get to adjust that. I've not started the analysis, but I'm going to start. So that's a better reaction point. That's a better reaction point. So because I can see right here, right here, right here, and very closely right here. Now and you can see for the bottom, I can see I got really beautiful reaction. That's why I had to adjust that candles, adjust that line. So beautiful reaction and range that we should take note of. So like I said, now according to this box say that when we are inside the mother bar, we should expect that price will move through the baby before it can be delivered out of the mother, right? So now we were able to touch the mother box. This is the mother box support. Remember, the mother box is the bigger box. This is the support. This is the resistance, sellers area, buyers area. Major whales, big buyers, the big boys with the big capitals, big girls with the big capitals are lying on the monthly chart, right? This is their support. Now weekly also uses the same support as the monthly chart. Now the daily, the intraday traders, currently their support is right here, right? And their resistance is right here. So the weekly chart is standing between what the plans of the monthly traders are and what the plans of the daily traders are. We will like to ride more with the monthly traders and let our daily traders follow through what the monthly traders are projecting. So our major focus on support and resistance area of reaction is what that monthly trade is planning, right? And the weekly is the place where we see it more clearly, because the chart is way more clear when we use it to contrast what is happening on the monthly chart. The reason is that the whales on the monthly chart don't just buy small, they buy big, because most of them are using monthly to forecast yearly. So if you're looking at monthly chart, you're forecasting for years, right? A year, a 2, a 3, a 4 and up. If you're looking at weekly chart, you're forecasting for like a year, 6 months, 3 months below, right? If you're looking at daily chart, you're forecasting for like if you're looking at daily chart, you're forecasting for like weeks, right? A month or so. If you're looking at 4 hours, you're forecasting for like what will happen for the day or the week. These are how the time frame varies, right? So this time frame on the weekly support is saying that since we have been able to touch it twice, because this is the first time and this is the second time, it only means that clearly we are missing a touch also here, because we already have one touch at the top, so we are missing one. So on the weekly chart target, we are going to expect price to at some point get here, but it is not going to be an easy ride. Why? Because of this baby right here. In the past, you can see them really struggling hard. It's not going to be a cheap walk for them. And this is why a lot of people don't understand. Trading is 80% waiting. Patience is timing, the right timing. Buy it at the right time, sell it at the right time. You do not have to do so much. It's all about timing. Most times you don't have to enter this market every day. Believe in me, if someone tells you must trade 24 hours every day, trust me, you are going to end up trading for the market, because you find yourself giving it back to the market, because you end up over trading. The market is not tradable all the time as a result of simple life cycle of accumulation and distribution. These two important stages, stage 1 and stage 3, are stages where the market is in equilibrium between buyers and sellers. So you won't make real good money. Even if you make money, you find yourself giving it back to the market. So let's say you buy here, look at, by the time it gets here, you're still waiting for price. Maybe you're thinking it's going to pump and it end up here, clearing you out. This is the reason why sideways market is not good, except maybe you're scalping. If you're scalping, you understand that, hey, it's going to end here, and you just take your piece and you walk out. Simple as that. But some people don't know the difference when to scalp and when to swing, and it results to a lot of loss. For me, I don't trade sideways. When I trade and I take particular, I have a trading law, so when I go through some particular attempt and it doesn't work, I just know that the market is not tradable that day, and I avoid the market as you avoid anything. Knowing when to trade and when not to trade is very important. For the past few months, I've not posted because the market has literally been on a sideways, and I said it in multiple analysis that I dropped January, February that, hey, expect a sideways market that will take place for a while, and we are on a spring, and the monthly chart is where the sideways is going on. I showed you those two hammers on the monthly chart. They are the major cause of this sideways, right? So if they could be more before the breakout, who knows? We have to wait, but they have to be a breakout for us to know that changes has happened. And according to this chart, sellers are still in control. So at some point, this is our control line. Remember, I talked about the control line, and there's no coincidence that the control line is the same point as the sellers line. So given this point is very important. So range, so price is going to make it on the weekly chart, of course, to $24 to $28 range. At $28, do expect a move down, right? They could push them down to even probably $22 at least, at worst $18. So push them down, but they are not going to give up, because they're going to return, and when they return, they're going to hit again. Now this time around, when they hit, they could just get above it, right? When they get above it, they could hit this $32, but hey, I do see another reaction that will bring them all the way down. Now, market goes up and down. It is the way it goes, right? It takes buyers and sellers. The reason why market is even going is because there's not enough sellers. So price has to go up to seek for sellers, because too many buyers and accumulation has come in. There's capital in the market and no enough sellers. So that's why price keeps going up, so that you can find those who have the coin that will say, oh, this price is reasonable, let us sell. Right, that's why price goes up. So in the past, there's no coincidence, this is going to get a reaction yet again. So it's either they made it to the top of $37, which I don't think is going to be that easy. I see them doing this, they're making it this move, returning and making this move. This is how I see it happening. So they're going to get a reaction around $28. They're going to get a reaction around $32 range. They're going to get a reaction around $8 range, but that does not end the bulls. It does not end them. Like you can see here, they got a reaction around here, they came back, they went up again, they got a reaction, they came back again, they went up again, they got a reaction, they came back again. That is how price move, and understanding it will help you. It's just simple bull market structure. So far so good. There is no clear bullish market structure, so let me not deceive you. For you to see a bullish market structure, you need what? Simple higher highs and higher lows. And so far on the weekly chart, there is no new high and there's no new, there's new low, but there's no new high, there's no higher low. So we have to wait for that. But can we see if the daily can help us make sense of this, right? Since we can't see any clear market structure on the daily, on the weekly, can we see any clear market structure on the daily? So I'm zooming in. Remember, we drew this chart on the weekly together. If you like this strategy, do not forget to subscribe. And if you have any altcoin you want me to break down like this using this simple price action strategy, don't forget to just comment on the comment section, and I tell you one thing, I will make sure I look into it. I know there's a lot of people who drop comment. I'm going to look at the coins and see the latest coins you guys want me to update. I'm back, and the reason why I'm back is I noticed that spring is going to be good time for crypto, and I think very soon we're going to be leaving this sideways market. I know this sideways market is boring. If you watch my analysis, I said it's going to come. Patience is needed. Whenever I'm making analysis and I say patient, people don't get it. They'll be like, patient, when it's shitcoin, it's going to dump, it's zero. The sideways is called accumulation for a reason. Go and check every pump. Look at it. Before the pump, there has to be an accumulation. Accumulation is money coming into the market but not leaving. Money coming into the market but not leaving. But because price is not yet moving, does not mean money is not entering the market. When there's not enough money in the market, price go lower to seek for more money, to seek for those who are willing to buy cheaper, right? But when price is no longer going down, here it was going down freely, but here it is no longer going down as fast as it was going down here. There seems to be a struggle of power between the buyers and the seller, telling you that, hey, very soon there could be a change in direction. So let's zoom into the daily chart and see what daily chart has to show us. This chart was drawn on weekly, and you can see it is very clear on the daily chart. You can see still the meeting point. So very soon we're going to get here. Now, one thing about my support is when you break below it and try to come back, you're going to fight. You lost the trust. You have to prove that you deserve it. So when the bulls broke below the support instantly become protective, right? It becomes against them. So now they try to come in, they get pushed down because now the support is broken. This trust between them is broken. They have to work harder to earn it back. You see, they try again and now they are back on it. So their goal is to find a way to sustainably get in and get above it. The only way for them to prove trust is to make it inside the baby. So they have to get inside the baby, and getting inside the baby, just like you can see here, they have to get inside. So they have to get inside, and then getting inside could get them an easy run, right? So once they are able to get inside, it means that they will now try to make this place their new support. A good run could now take them here and they'll come back. Coming back doesn't mean they are going to dump. It just means they are going to try to hold this support. They want to make sure that they are inside the baby for good, because if they are able to hold down the support, then the baby will be able to push, helping them what? Break the seller's line around May or so. And if they break the seller's line, they could head toward that $32 range. But remember, I said $28 and $24 must not be ignored. Reaction is going to be experienced, but it will not end the bulls. The bulls are cooking, and trust me, very soon they will start printing. Spring, I see as the beginning, it will start printing and we could get some result. But to mind you, sellers are still somehow in control until we get above this control line here, that is the seller's line as well, so that we can now move and we come back for only a retest. Now a retest could proceed to this point, never mind, before going up. You just have to understand that the move up is going to come, but patience is needed. Why do I keep saying patient? Did you see the move in the past? History repeats itself, right? History repeats itself. This is why, you see how they struggled? Did you see that? They are going to struggle. That's why I told you they're going to struggle that, but they will make it through. They will make it through because their main target is that $45, right? They will get to that $45, $37, $45. They are going to get there, but it's not going to be an easy ride. But once they get through it, it will be easy for them to get to the top of this $52. That will be a long ride. But before even that happened, I would have updated you on what is happening. So what about the 4 hours? Can we look at this chart and see what it can offer us for the sake of 4 hours traders, right? So let's zoom in and see what 4 hours look like. So this is the box on 4 hours, and you can see how it played. I didn't draw this chart on 1 hour, but I can tell you there was a clear, easy way to trade it. You enter here, because I would have entered here because that is the first time it's returning to the monthly chart after this point. This is the first time it's returning. Here it did not touch it entirely, but here it completely sliced through it. Very important, because the monthly buyers, I told you, these are whales. They will fight to protect their house, especially when in the past the same scenario has been a good point for buy. You can see it here. So they will fight to protect that range, and that is what they are doing. So you see that it looks like this. Now it's looking like inverse head and shoulder, right? Where here's the head, here's the shoulder, but it has to be a slanting. So let me show you the slanting inverse head and shoulder. I see like it's slanting one. I don't even think it will work. Nah, it's that I don't want to bring that topic in here because it's going to look very funny. But it looks like inverse head and shoulder. Look at it. This is the shoulder, the head, the shoulder, left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. But the why I said I don't want to bring it in is because the neckline will be somewhere around here. Right, so the neckline will be somewhere around here, and there's no coincidence that's where the neckline is. Did you see? It's very close to my support. So neckline means once they get to this neckline, it's not going to break instantly. They will react. That's why I said there will be a pushback, but they will come, because here's the good thing. Now, this is getting interesting. Let's treat it like inverse head and shoulder, and let's just see what we're going to get, the reaction we're going to get from it. Now, if I treat this as inverse head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder says to target it, you have to target the height of the head, right? So this is the height of the head. Can it land us? Wow. Just look at that. Just look at that. That is the target. So if we treat this line as the neckline, and once it breaks the neckline, the target is the head, right? The length of the head, right? So, and I just measured the length, the height, and I placed it on the breakout where it is going to break, and you see it is exactly on my control line and my seller's line. I did not draw this chart on the 4 hours. I drew this chart on the weekly chart, and $28 is sure with the inverse head and shoulder, right? It's sure, right? But it's not going to be easy, because I said they have to first break the neckline. If they fail to break the neckline, it will go down, right? I also said if they fail to break above my baby, they have to break, I said my baby, they have to break into the baby to be able to conquer the mother, right? If they don't break the baby and get in, it's going to push them down. It's a very powerful range. You can see how they struggle in the past whenever they are in that range. Look at them. You can see the struggle ain't an easy one. They will struggle again. But this time around, their goal is to get out and not struggle anymore. They want to put an end to the struggle. It's like when you've tolerated something that you know you can get out of for so long, you're no longer falling, you know what you want, but you're just not making the decision because you are just, I don't know. These bulls, they know they need to get out of where they are. They know they need to get out of this seller's line, but they need a push. And I will tell you, they are growing capital. Something is cooking. And soon we are going to get the $32. But one thing I assure you is I want to round it up here, because I know that now that I'm back, I'm going to be able to do more video before they even get to break above the 30, this baby around 30, let's say $30, in fact $32. I should have come to update you. So this is where we need to first target. Here I will take some profit, and then I'll wait to see if they will make it here, because from here it's going to be a roller coaster, but they will make it. So like this, like this. Oh no, I didn't get that right. Let's draw that again. Remember, if you like my strategy, don't forget to subscribe. I am Bitcoin Gorilla, so that you will be notified when I post. Thank you so much for watching. I put this arrow here because I know it's a very important area and it could cause an entire dive down. So just take note of that areas. Anything can happen around here, or they could get here. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe. I'll update you. Leave in the comment if you have any video you want me to update. Thank you for watching, and do stay happy trading.